All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all for coming. My name is Dan Katz. I'm the spokesman for this event tonight, for Master of Ceremonies for this ribbon cutting. We're very excited about it. It's been 2 years in the making. It started as a dream, and now it's a reality, and we're so excited to get this going and play pickleball for years and years to come on this beautiful court system that's been set up here in Newburgh. It took a lot of work by a lot of people. And, man, they have something to be very, very proud of right here, these courts behind me. First of all, we'd like to introduce the president of the Rivertown Pickleball of Southern Indiana, Gina Adams. Gina, she has done so much work behind the scenes to get this going. Her and her board members, it's been unbelievable. Oh, that's right. First, we're going to start with a prayer. And Jerold Blackburn with a prayer.
If we could all bow our heads and center ourselves. Lord, we come to you this wonderful, beautiful evening and want to give you thanks for the opportunity to gather and celebrate our new complex here in Newburgh. We, Lord, know that you have said that where two or more gather, you will be present, Lord, and we can feel your presence tonight, and we ask for you to continue to have a presence here to look out for all those who come and take part in our courts and their courts, and we ask that you protect them and look out for them and keep them safe. We also want to, Lord, pray for those people that were involved in taking this vision and concept into a reality that we celebrate today. You know who they are, and they know who they are, and we appreciate everything that they have done to get us here today. We also ask that you bless every person that's here, keep them safe as they make their way home this evening. And these things we pray in your holy name. Amen.
Jerold, thank you very much. And now, without further ado, it's Gina Adams, president of Rivertown Pickleball, Southern Indiana.
Good evening. Can you believe it? We're finally here. A year ago today, we were standing here at a groundbreaking ceremony. And now, I'm humbled to stand before you this evening at this amazing grand opening occasion. For many of you here, I know it's been a long time coming, and we just want to thank you for your steadfast belief in us and our mission. Today's ceremony highlights our mission to welcome residents and visitors of all ages and abilities to participate in recreational and competitive pickleball play. These courts will provide activities that will enhance the fitness, social interaction, and well-being of the entire community. A fun stat that we just came across is there's 126 players per court in the United States. So not only does this number show how much this complex is needed for our community, but we just lowered that number to 116 players per court.
Come on.
Reaching a major milestone like this can only be achieved through incredible teamwork. My colleagues on the board deserve recognition and thanks for setting this project in motion. I'm honored to work alongside of the most wonderful people I know. The board's passion and dedication continue to amaze and inspire me. It takes both time and financial support for a project of this magnitude. Many people have volunteered for their time, and we greatly appreciate this. I want to take a moment and thank all of our volunteers. So, if any of you here this evening have volunteered at member-only events, fundraising events, beginner clinics, tournaments, round robins, or out at the complex or any other way, please raise your hands. Take a look around. Thank these people. We appreciate you. I must now express our deep appreciation and sincere gratitude to our financial supporters on this project. We would like to thank the following complex sponsors. We have 2 court sponsors who have dedicated courts in their name. As you enter the complex, you will see their name proudly displayed on banners on their respective courts. These 2 saw our vision and they came alongside of us, choosing the highest sponsorship opportunity available. Heritage Federal Credit Union and Quest Financial We want to thank you for being our complex sponsors. We would also like to thank the following: our platinum sponsors, Adams Plumbing, Bieber Services, and Deaconess; our gold sponsors, Anita Doty, Lamar Architecture and Design, and the Ten Fish; our silver sponsors, Accuride, Phelps Lock and Alarm, Morley, and Utility Pipe; our bronze sponsors, Mark and Shelley Holder, Jerry and Sean Reese, Jerry and Cindy Binkert, Steve and Madonna Yancey, Jim Kuhn, Dr. Juan and Michelle Cabrera, Mary Hurst, Tom and Barbie Waits, Justin and Kayla Ye, Tri-State Orthopedics, Primetime Pub and Grill, ERA First Advantage, Kathy Borowski and Alan Mosby, Dan and Randy Boer, HR Solutions, Liberty Federal Credit Union, Ferguson Enterprises, and Kent and Linda Bernhardt. And in addition to these, we would like to thank Escalade Sports for always providing us with balls for our tournaments and round robins and for raffle items. We would also like to thank our grant supporters, the Women's Club of Newburgh, Warwick County Community Foundation, IHCDA's Creating Places, Welborn Baptist Foundation, and Warwick ARPA. Can we please give our financial supporters a big round of applause? Finally, we would like to thank our county commissioners, and last but not least, the Warwick County Parks Board for their faith and trust in our mission. With this being said, I'd like to invite Daniel Roach, the Parks Board President, to say a few words.
Thanks, Gina. I'll be super short. I just wanted to say, this facility is incredible. And if you could write a playbook on what it looks like for a community and government partnership to start and flourish and do what it's done here. I mean, this is exactly what we kind of look for when we want to, have sponsored programs and things happen for our county parks. And so this is just an amazing addition. Gina has been awesome to work with. The board, you guys have done an incredible job. You've been, so vocal and that's putting it nicely. No, you guys have been great, tenacious, gone after what you wanted, and have brought an amazing facility to enhance our parks, and we're so thankful. So I'll hand it back over to Dan.
Thank you, Daniel. Appreciate it very much. And right now we're going to introduce Dale Todd to talk a little bit about the court system and how comfortable it will be for you to play pickleball.
As Dan said, my name is Dale Todd. I'm a member of the board. And when I listened to Gina list off all the sponsors, which of course were critically important to our success, there's a lot of other people that are very, very critical to our success. And it's an incredible cross-section of this community. When you think about it, first of all, there's about 300 members of RPSI, Rivertown Pickleball of Southern Indiana. We've been an organization for about 2 years, and a dues-paying organization. So that means for 2 years, people have been paying dues to a pickleball club that did not have pickleball courts, which is really great. Obviously, they saw the vision. Thank you. They supported the vision, and obviously every dollar that they contributed went to building these courts behind us. So that's a great place to start. Secondly, and I look across the crowd here, I see so many faces of people, both members and non-members, who have helped. People who've come out to unload trucks, or paint the building, or put up windscreens, or, I mean, there's incredible list of things they've come out. They've planted seed and put straw out. It's an incredible amount of work by a very large number of people who have made this possible. So that's a really important part of this as well. Small businesses, of course, small businesses, everybody knows, is the backbone of a community. Small businesses have come through big time supporting us, whether it's sponsoring our tournaments, whether it's sponsoring our auctions. We had a comedy dinner one evening that they were big time on. So small businesses have been great, and we're very appreciative. Small corporations locally and big corporations both have come through very well. So it truly has taken a village. And I don't normally say that phrase, but in this case, it is absolutely true. So thank you to everyone who's made this possible. We're very, very grateful. As I mentioned, tournaments. I'm going to put in a brief little plug about tournaments. We have a round robin coming up at the end of September, and it's quickly filling up. If you've not signed up yet, I encourage you to do so, especially if you're one of the group that we affectionately refer to as the pickle babies. These are people that are fairly new to the sport, may or may not have played in a tournament. Here's your opportunity to get out and play in a tournament with people your same skill set, and I promise you it'll be a lot of fun. So if you have any questions about our round robin, please find me tonight, and I'll be glad to talk to you about that. The end of October, we're going to have our first big tournament, which again will take place here on our courts. We've had two previous ones. One was at the Evansville Tennis Center last summer. We had 254 participants, and we had one in March of this year. We had 370 that came from 11 states to play. So we're real excited. We expect about 250 people to converge on Newburgh, and we're really looking forward to that. And again, if you think you're not tournament ready, I challenge you to rethink that, because we have every age and every skill set. We have a bracket for you. Matter of fact, our last tournament, we had a 12-year-old play, and the next court over was an 86-year-old playing. Is that cool or what? And we had one lady, she wouldn't reveal her age. She may have been a little older than that, but we'll go with 12 to 86. So I encourage you. Okay, yeah, Bob's here, absolutely. 86 and going strong. Okay, great. That's the one doing their age. So I want to say a few things about our court itself. The courts were designed by pickleball players for pickleball players. And so that means we took things into consideration that we would want to see on an ideal pickleball court. You'll notice this gate over here, it has a sign that says this gate is for players only for court 1. So we have designed this court that no one has to walk past another court during a game to get to a specific court, which is great. Yes, thank you. So again, normally when you walk up here, you won't go in this gate. You'll go around to the main entrance, and from there you can get to every court without stepping in anyone's way to get to the court that you're desiring. So that's a nice little feature. Tonight you'll notice that we have 10 feet behind the baseline all the way back to the fence. A lot of courts don't have that, so it's extra room, which is good. We have 10 feet from all sidelines to the fence, which again gives you room to make an exciting play, and it's also a safety factor. So that's something we really like as well. What else? Court surface. I'm going to finish with that. Thank you. Obviously, the building in the middle, you'll see there's restrooms on either side. There's a storage room in the middle, and there's lights. There's controls for lights up front. There's 4 different controls that control all 10 courts. So they're split up like 4-4 and 2, or 4-4, 2-2. And those lights, when you come out here, you turn those clockwise, and you can turn it anywhere from 15 minutes to 2 hours, and they'll go off automatically. When you're done playing, if they're still on, you just leave them alone, because they'll shut off automatically. You cannot turn them counterclockwise to turn them off. They won't go on during the day, and they will be shut off at 10 o'clock in the evening. That's not our rule. That's Parks Board. But they're really good lights, and it's a great place to play in the evening, and I encourage you to come out and do that as well. And lastly is the surface. That of the hundreds of decisions that we made as a board, it was the one that had the most discussion, the most disagreement, the most passion, because we all know the surface is what really makes a pickleball court. And what we ended up going with is a cushioned court system. Underneath these courts, you'll find a 4-millimeter rubber cushion. And you'll notice it when you walk off the concrete. You'll notice it when you step on it. It's got a little bounce to it. When you're playing, you probably won't notice it so much, but you will notice the next day your knees and ankles and hips don't hurt so much. So knowing that actually there's a total of 7 different layers on the court, starting with the adhesive to the rubber mat and on up to the paint. There's 7 different layers, so we're really excited about it. We're really proud of it. It's the same surface that the APA. Thank you. I don't watch professional pickleball. The PPA, that's what they play their tournaments on. So it's tried and true, and we're real excited about it and curious what you think about it. Speaking about what you think, we're new at this, right? We're gonna make some tweaks along the way. We're not exactly sure how things should happen. We're gonna learn as we go. We've got leagues set up. We've got open courts. We've got clinics. We've got lots of things. We've got courts that are designated for 2.0 players. We've got courts that are designated for 4.0 players. We're going to kind of learn as we go. So be patient with us. Again, we'll tweak it. We want to appeal to a broad range of players. From the very beginning person, we want them to feel welcome, to the top-notch 5.0 players. We want them to feel this is a place they can come and play as well. And again, we'll probably got a few things wrong, but don't worry about it. We'll fix them as we go forward. And we're open to hearing your suggestions as well. And I think that's it. So, thank you, Gina. Our contractor who put down the surface said there's the 2 most important things about keeping the surface intact. And by the way, the rubber underneath is supposed to last 20 years. But the most important thing is 2 things. One is no chairs. No chairs on any painted surface. Any painted surface you see out here has the rubber mat underneath it. So you're welcome to bring your chairs. We encourage you to, but don't sit them on any painted surface. There's bare concrete. There's plenty of them. Some here on court 1, some there on court 8, and plenty in the middle by the storage room. So you're welcome to bring your chairs, but please don't set them on the courts. Which reminded me of one other thing. I'll digress slightly. When talking about the community support, Boy Scouts, we had 2 different Boy Scout groups that we worked with. They were working to earn their Eagle designation. One group provided these 6 picnic tables you'll see out here. They bought them, they raised funds to buy them, and they built them, and they put them out here. So that's great to see them contributing. And another group of Boy Scouts, they helped with putting up the windscreens. They helped with they provided the lights over there on the sidewalk that walks up to the main entrance, and they helped with the bathrooms as well. So we very much appreciate their help. Absolutely. So the 2 things the contractor said was, 1, don't put chairs on the surface, and 2, don't play when the surface is wet. So make sure it's completely dry before you get out there, because if you get out there on a wet surface with that mat underneath there, it'll wear out a lot quicker, and so we want to keep that in mind as well. I think that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Dale. Let's hear from Dale. The obstacles they encountered while they built these courts, there were a few, and they overcame, and they did it. And look at how beautiful these courts are today. Thank you very much.
Let's cut that ribbon.